Hey guys, appreciate you tuning in. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm getting off the TRT treatment therapy. And I pretty much stopped last week. So the reasons for that I'll get into in this video. And, I'll talk about what my future plans are, at the end of this video. So, I got on this treatment because I just didn't, I didn't have any energy. I couldn't figure out why I was losing the inner drive that I've always had. And so I decided to go get my blood work done. And I did a little bit of research on this. So the clinic I went to, I had like 4.5 stars out of 5. And, I can't say bad things about this clinic. I should have been better educated and I should have asked more questions, to be honest with you. So what's happened is every 6 weeks they would do blood work, and I'll show you. I got 3 sets of that blood work to go over with you. But when I originally got my blood work done in March, my testosterone level was like 202. I don't have that page for some reason, but I apologize for that. And my prolactin level, which is the main reason that I'm getting off TRT, was a little over 19. So they started giving me injections, and everything was fine. I put on the 10 pounds of water weight that they said I would. Definitely did that. But I was also, I have better mood, more energy, just better outlook on life. Sex life picked up too for you guys, so you know that. But everything was going good, and work was going good, which is another key factor in this for me. So I had my gym here at the house. I was working out all the time. Just everything was going good. So I went in for that 6-week test, and my testosterone, I'm going to go to the screen now. My testosterone jumped up to almost 900. Now, again, that is a week after having the shot, because I'd come in for the blood work to get my next shot. But my prolactin level jumped up also, and it went way up. My prolactin level jumped up to 35.7, so it went from 19.9 to 35.7. Now, as I understand it today, that prolactin, I guess it's a gland or something, it's putting out estrogen into my bloodstream, and putting out a lot. So this also, obviously, estrogen is a female hormone. So with this estrogen, it can lead to swollen boobs, swollen breasts. That's why I call them man boobs. Thankfully, I haven't got there yet, but they was concerned about it in the blood work, and what they recommended was that I go see a specialist, an endocrinologist. See, at this point, I didn't know they wasn't doctors, so I didn't learn that until the end. But they recommended I go see him. Now, with his schedule and my schedule, it took me about 2 months to get in to see him to go over the numbers. So, he looked at these numbers, and he told me he said, your prolactin level is elevated, but so's your testosterone level. He went over, look, it's 895 now on these results, but this is before you got your next shot. So you was well over 1,000 for the first part of that week. And he said that's just putting that prolactin gland in hyper mode. And that's the reason your numbers are so high. He said, I don't think anything is wrong with you. They're just giving you too much. You need to tell them to cut back. He said, ideally, you should be, for your age, around 500 to 700. He said, looking at your numbers, if I didn't know your age, I would think you was 20 years old. So I went back and I told them, exactly what he told me. So they said, okay, we'll lower your shot. Now, at that point, they was giving me 150 milligrams. And again, here's where I should have asked questions, because I didn't. I just told them what he said and figured they would do what they should do. They took me from 150 to 140. Okay, so again, that's not very much of a drop off. So I continued on, and crazy work, and just thinking that they're the experts, they know what they're doing. just kept on going. And so I went in and again for blood work, but this time, he told me, look, I want you to come back to see me in 6 weeks. I want you to get your blood work done within 4 weeks and make sure that, of course, your blood work's done before you get your next shot. So I did that, and let's look at the August results. Now, August, my testosterone dropped to 585, and the prolactin level went down to 34. Now, when I went back to see him and I gave him these results, he told me, that them dropping from 150 to 140 was a joke. And that's when he, described to me, look, if you keep taking this high of a dosage, he said, you're going to develop enlarged breast because of the estrogen levels, being put out into your body, and, shrunken testicles and all of this scary stuff. So, I told him, look, I don't even know if this is worth it for me. I'm having to drive here an hour every week. And, of course, he didn't know where I lived. And, I'm having to get the shots. I said, and now you're telling me this. What would happen if I just stop? And he said, well, nothing. He said, you'll go back to normal and, we'll see how it goes. And I asked him, I said, okay, would you recommend that I be on TRT? And he said, I can't tell you that. He said, I'd have to do my own test on you, get my results, and I'd go over it with you. But I can tell you right now that if I don't think you need it, I'm not going to give it to you. So he sort of sold me there. And then he said, and you don't have to come here every week to get a shot. He said, I give you a prescription for it, I teach you how to do it, and you give yourself the shot. So I'm going back to see him the 1st of November to see if I actually need testosterone. And if I do, then I'll probably give his way a try. But he wants my numbers, like I say, between 500 to 700, and he would recommend instead of 140 or 150 milligrams, about 100 milligrams should be fine for me. Now, if I do this, I'll let you know, and we can go over that. But I don't want to end this on a bad note. I want to show you my BMI results from March, and then I had them done again in June. So you can see, if you're thinking about this, there is some good. So let's look at those. Okay, you see, and I'm just going to concentrate on the muscle fat analysis. So when I went in March, I weighed 198.8. Again, this is clothes, boots, everything else. I was about 195. And my skeletal muscle mass was 87.5. Body fat mass was 44.5. Now, when I went back in June, and I was working out pretty consistently, work hadn't went crazy on me then, you can see I weighed 206. And a lot of that water weight to me, because if you look at the top, I was 70.5 in March and 75.2 in June. Okay, but my skeletal muscle mass went from 87.5 to 93.5, and my body fat mass dropped from 44.5 to 41.5. So there was definitely positive results happening, and I had the energy. Like I say, my mood was definitely improved. I was happier. But now, I'm going to be off from it for 7 weeks now when I go back and get tested again from him. So I'm going to see how I feel between then, now and then, and see, I don't know if it's just mentally, psychologically, I already feel a little bit down right now because it's been like 9 days since my shot, but we'll see if there's withdrawals to it or not. But I'm just putting this out there so educate yourself, guys. Do more reading and research than I did before you jump into this. All right, that's it. I hope you have a good day. See ya.